Hello and welcome. Today, we're embarking on an exciting journey to build a voice recorder app using C# WinForms. Whether you're just starting out or looking to enhance your skills, this tutorial is crafted just for you. By the end of this session, you'll have a functional voice recorder that can capture audio, display live volume levels, and save recordings, all built with user-friendly drag and drop controls. So, let's dive in and bring your app to life. Section 1. Setting up the project. First things first, let's set up our development environment. Now, let's design the app's interface using drag and drop controls. Arrange these controls neatly on your form. Feel free to style them to your liking. Once your project is ready, we'll need to add a library that helps us handle audio, NAudio. To add NAudio, go to the NuGet package manager. Search for NAudio. Click Install to add it to your project. Before we dive into building our voice recorder, let's talk about the secret sauce behind it, NAudio. So, what is it? NAudio is a super handy, open source audio library for .NET. It lets you record, play, and even analyze sound in your C# apps, with just a few lines of code. Imagine trying to capture microphone input or play a WAV file. NAudio makes it ridiculously easy. No need for complex APIs or media players, it all runs directly inside your WinForms app. Time for coding. Let's start with some needed variables. For a better overview, let's arrange them into a region. Before we start in the click event from the record button, let's add two more controls to the form. A file save file dialog and a timer. We set the interval from the timer to 1 second and add a file filter for the save dialog to make it easier for us later. With the interface set, let's move on to the functionality. Time to bring our app to life. We'll start by writing code to handle audio recording. I will explain the code after creation. So relax and enjoy. Alright. Let's break down what actually happens when we click the record button in our app. First, we ask the user where they want to save the audio. A familiar save file dialog pops up, and if they hit cancel, we simply stop, no recording starts. But if they do choose a file, we remember that path because we'll need it to save our voice recording later. Now it's time to get the microphone ready. We create a wave and event, which is basically our microphone input, and we set it to record in CD quality, that's 44.1 kHz, mono sound. Nice and clean. Next, we wire up two very important event handlers. One keeps firing while we're recording, capturing tiny chunks of audio data. The other triggers once we hit stop, letting us clean things up properly. We also set up a wave file writer, which takes all that audio data and writes it directly to the file the user selected. And then, we hit go. Recording officially begins. To keep things clear for the user, we update the status label to say recording. We disable the record button, because we don't want to start multiple recordings at once, and we enable the stop button instead. Finally, we reset our on-screen timer to 0 o'clock and start ticking seconds, so users can see how long they've been recording. And that's it. A smooth, user-friendly recording experience, all powered by just a few lines of smart C# code using NAudio. When we stop the recording, this method is triggered automatically. First, we clean up. We dispose of the microphone input, close the file writer, and set it to null, just to make sure everything is neat and ready for the next session. Then we safely update the user interface. We disable the stop button, enable the play and record buttons again, and show a message saying the file was saved, along with its name. It's a smooth way to end a recording session and guide the user to the next step. This method runs continuously while we're recording. It takes each chunk of raw audio coming from the mic and writes it into the WAV file. That's how we're building our voice recording in real time. But there's more. We also calculate the current audio volume. We do this by scanning all the samples, picking the loudest one, and converting that to a percentage. Then we update the progress bar so users can actually see their voice level as they talk, just like in professional audio apps. It's simple, responsive, and adds a touch of visual feedback to our app. When the user hits the stop button, this method kicks in. We stop the timer, which means we stop counting the recording duration. Then we tell NAudio to stop recording the mic. While it finishes saving everything in the background, we update the label to say saving. So the user knows the app is still working. Behind the scenes, the wave and underscore recording stopped method will handle the rest. Script this method plays the audio we just recorded. First, we make sure the file actually exists, just in case something went wrong or the user didn't record anything. If it's missing, we show a friendly message. If the file exists, we disable the play button and update the label to say playing. Then we create a new audio reader and output player using NAudio, load the audio file, and start playback. When the playback finishes, we clean up the memory and reset the label and play button, so the user can listen again if they want. It's quick, clean, and gives users a full audio loop from record to play. Every second, this timer method runs. It simply increases our seconds elapsed counter by 1, and updates the on-screen label to show the total recording time in minutes and seconds. It helps users keep track of how long they've been recording, especially useful for podcasts, tutorials, or time notes. Just a little timer, but a big help for a better user experience. And there you have it. We've built a fully working voice recorder in C# using just a few drag and drop controls and the powerful NAudio library. You learned how to record audio straight from your microphone. Save it as a clean WAV file. Visualize the volume live with a progress bar. Play the recording back instantly. And even track recording time with a simple timer. Not bad for a beginner-friendly project, right? This little app is a great starting point for learning how real-world tools work, and how much you can do with WinForms and C# when you combine built-in controls with clever libraries. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next videos where we'll build even more cool stuff together. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep coding, stay curious, and have fun with it.